How you guys doing? It's your main man, AJ Smith, coming at you guys with another quick video. And I've got a lot to say, but I'm going to keep it short, sweet, and to the point because I don't want to waste too much time. It's 1:11 in the morning. I'm loving the timing in which everything seems to happen. As they say, Allah is good, and so are you. Here's something that really gets me though. They say that life is a game. If life is a game, then why are so many people freestyling through it? Now, when I say freestyling, I don't mean coming up with your own raps, coming up with your own signature plays, and coming up with music videos that'll entertain the crowd. Although I am a big fan of some of the new music that's coming out. Big shout out to the Black Leo. The guy's got some really good stuff. You guys need to check out his channel. But what gets me is the fact that a lot of people are playing, or actually playing a part in life as if it's a game. And a lot of things are not going the way certain people want. First of all, let's get down to the statistics. I had the biggest, and I do mean biggest, conversation that lasted possibly hours with my own brother. And his mindset is quite astonishing. Though I love his use of the word self-reflection. Called himself Mystical Sage. Now, I didn't understand why he came up with this name, but at the same time, it actually makes sense because he's trying to look into himself and trying to become a better person from the inside out. Self-reflection. How many of us self-reflect on what we do and what we say and choose our words carefully? How many of us do this every single day? Not many of us. I know I have to do it every single day. And if anything, I've learned something from him just from listening to the way he thinks and the way he speaks and the way he expresses himself. So how many of y'all are basically talking to your friends, families, any loved ones, and to all of you parents out there, how many of you are talking to your children about self-reflection? How many of you are thinking before you act? Now, when I say thinking before you act, I mean this in many, many different occasions, situations, okay? We've got certain people, namely women, I'm not going to burn out any names because it doesn't really matter, who are crazy enough to think that they are beautiful enough, sexy enough, and are so far into their ego that any guy is no good for them unless they are a certain way. They say only God can judge, but in this case, why are women specifically judging all men to a certain criteria? Cutting certain men off, but giving certain men that have no equal opportunity of doing anything for them. Now, some of you are thinking, oh, why are you judging? Well, to be honest, I believe that everyone needs to be judged. Not just by the man upstairs, but by our human counterparts. And even if judgment is not the word you want to use, there is that thing called accountability. Now, some people say accountability. I'm going to use the word judgment. Because judgment is basically the be-all, end-all of anything. No doubt about that. And I thought about this while I was at Planet Fitness getting my workout on. In case you haven't noticed, I have been trying to bulk up. I have been trying to make things easier in my life physically. And on top of that, by getting my fitness on, by getting my gym memberships back on, it's been able to help me think a lot clearer, a lot faster, and a lot sharper. The one thing we need to make sure is that we keep our health up. We keep our health up, we can keep our mental state up. We can think a few steps ahead. So why is it that certain women are giving it up or giving certain attention to only certain guys that will approach them, but they don't seem to look at the guys that do not approach? They don't seem to look at the guys who are self-reflecting upon themselves. I know too many guys right now that are talking to too many girls. These women are giving them their attention no matter what, and they ended up pregnant 6 to 7 months down the line. If not, sooner than that. And then most of you are wondering why life is so hard. It's because you're not thinking with your mind. Now, I've been told a million times that women mature faster than men. If this is true, a lot of you women need to prove it. But you don't think you have to prove it because you're something special. For the record, women are only something special to their parents. You're nothing special to the man outside of your family. Just for the record. Just for the record. Because as easily as a man can choose you, he can leave you. I think we've all established this. But this takes me right back to the life is a game thing. Doesn't matter what type of video game you play it enough times, after dying or losing a round, you will get better at it. You will figure it out. But a lot of people are not taking the time out to figure out the game of their own life. They're not doing this. They're freestyling through it. Now I understand there isn't really an instruction manual to this, but if you take your time out to self-reflect, as my brother often says nowadays, and I'm starting to love the fact that he's saying self-reflect, you'll understand what you will not put up with, and you'll understand what you are willing to put up with. Knowledge of self. Ancient Egyptian proverb, man know thyself, man know God. There's also that fact that you can know God and understand the world from a different perspective. And not just from a different perspective, but many perspectives. Here's something else I need to bring up. Why is it that we as men are not taking the time out to bring up ourselves financially? We're saving money, which is not enough, but a good start. We're stacking bread, but we're not investing. Now, I don't care what you invest in. Invest in yourself first, your education, because without education, you don't know where to put your money at to where it will not only stay in one place, but multiply in one place when you're asleep or not. But why are we not investing? I don't care what business that you start or what business that you are currently employed in. Why are we not investing? And I know a lot of people who are not investing. Or if not, they're just getting into it, but they're not taking it seriously. Now, you've seen some of my other videos. All of my links will be down below this video. But you've seen from all my other videos that I am investing. I don't care how little or how much. But why are we not taking investing a lot more seriously? Now, for all the parents out there, you should be investing the most. Not for your future, but for your kids. Let go of giving your kids all the toys that they can possibly get, because the toys are not going to last forever. But their life, as long as they from the time that they are born, from 1 to 18, that's a long way to go. And then from 18 and up, they're supposed to be trying to be on their own and be their own person. So why not invest in something, stock market, currency market, real estate, etc. Why not invest in some of these things so that when they're 18, they already have their millions to look forward to. You don't have to worry about taking care of them. Why not choose to invest, if not for yourself, then for their kids? Stop giving the women all the money and throw some money in for investments for the kids. Now, for the record, I don't plan on having any kids. I really don't. Not that I don't want any, but having a child, in my eyes, for all the single men out there who have no children like myself, having a child means choosing a woman, trusting a woman enough to give a child to. Now, in this day and age, in my eyes, women are not worth it, or at least they're showing that they're not worth it. Or at least a majority or percentage are showing that they're not worth it. I don't want to put every woman in this category because it's not fair. It's not fair to put every woman in this category. There are some women out there that are worth it. That are worth giving, that are worth choosing, that are worth wifing up. But there is something I thought about not too long ago. The sexiest and the best looking women, from what I've seen and from what I've heard, are not wifey material. They're just not. But the ones who are not eye-catching, the ones who want no attention, the ones who may not be the sexiest, the ones who are, in my eyes, not the most appealing and the most attractive, those are the ones who are wifey material. So to us single men who have no children yet, okay, stack your bread, invest your money as much as you possibly can, And when it comes to women, choose wisely. Choose wisely. Because if you're not choosing wisely, you are obviously going to end up with any Tom, Dick, and Harry that you end up with. And I said Tom, Dick, and Harry because those are men terms, but you know what I mean. I didn't feel like making up any names for ladies. I could just say Jezebel. But you know where I'm going with this. As far as I'm concerned, choose wisely. Because a lot of our women are not choosing wisely. They're choosing men that have no financial futures, that are living in the moment, which are fine, but they're living in the moment and they're not putting anything, they're living in the moment but they're not thinking for the future. You know my philosophy. Live in the moment, but think for the future. Which means that everything that you do should be a reflection of what you want 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now, if not longer. Now some of you are saying, why would I wait that long? Life is too short. I don't believe that. Life is not short. Life is not short. Life is long. It depends on the choices that you make. You believe that life is short because of all the deaths that you are hearing every day, every week, every month throughout the year. That's why you believe that life is short. But life is still long as you are living, breathing, healthy, and you are able to move forward consciously. Now here's something I thought about when I was talking to my bro. A lot of people are only living in the material, which is the metaphysical world, which is the world that you and I live in right now. You and me, okay? But no one is thinking about the future or the spiritual part. We have the physical and then we have the spiritual. Surprisingly, there are people out there that don't believe in an afterlife despite the fact that they believe in a heaven, which actually does surprise me. The most that gets me right now is people's mindset. But I'm not going to concentrate on people's mindset. I'm going to concentrate on my own mindset. And if you have the right mindset, not only will you be in the now, but you'll think for the future. Live your life in the best way you know how to, but think for the future. Invest. Throw something down so that in the future you have nothing to worry about. Now it doesn't have to be the stock market, although I have plenty of links down below for any of the free stocks, for the free memberships and stocks that you can get into. All you have to do is make a brand new account through Robinhood, M1 Finance, and Webull, Sophie, and a few other bank accounts, One Finance. You can get into any of these free bank accounts, throw in at least $100. You'll get at least 1 to 3 free stocks depending on the brokerage you choose, and start investing. And if you have any questions, please leave me a comment down below. Like, share, and subscribe. Let somebody else see this video that needs to hear it. Because we need more people investing for the long term, not just living in the moment and making money in the moment. We need money now, but we also need money coming in later. We need this. Our country is in one of the biggest financial crises that we've ever seen. I'm not just the one who's seeing it. There are plenty of videos out there that can prove this point beyond a shadow of a doubt. I'm going to end it right here, but you guys have a great day and have a great night depending on when you're seeing this. Remember to choose one of the 3 brokerages that I have down below. Robinhood, get your free stock worth anywhere between $1 to $100. Join M1 Finance, you'll get yourself a free stock. Start off with $100 in that account and then get into it however you want. And then get into Webull and get your free stock. And then take the money out and then do whatever you want with it. It's up to you. But it is free money and you're not spending any money. Love, peace, namaste.